Hello and welcome to AutoCAD 101. For this video, I'm going to be talking about the stretch command and the rotate command. So let's go ahead and start a new drawing. And to help make things more obvious, let's go ahead and create two new layers. We don't have to name them anything special. I'm going to make the first one green, and layer 2 let's make magenta. So from layer 1, I'm going to make a couple objects. Let's do a rectangle and a circle. Actually, no. I'm going to make a line. And then I'm going to change to layer 2. And I'm going to make a circle. And I'm going to make another circle, say over here. Now, you'll see the stretch command in the modify window. You can use that by clicking the button there or by typing S. And then we'll want to pull out a window. Make sure it's the green crosshatch window. And let's select this into the box in this circle. Hit space to lock in the selection. And I'm going to pick this point here. And you'll see that as I pull this away, I am stretching this rectangle and the line that I captured, and actually just moving that circle. And I can turn orthographic off, and you'll see how those objects are being stretched and pulled around. Now, I fully captured the circle. I only partially captured the rectangle, which is a polyline now, and the line. I didn't capture this, so it's not going to move. If I say, did the stretch command and try to use the other, the blue selection window, you'll see I'll get that circle, but nothing else. And when I lock in the selection, all I'm getting is that circle. And because circles are really defined by a center point and a radius, you can't really stretch them. So let's try again. Stretch and then pull out a green window and only capture, let's say, one point on the circle. And then it's not even going to do anything. Second point over here, nothing happened. So the only way to stretch a circle is to actually select it outside of any other command and pull the stretch grip, or the quadrant grip. And that'll pull the circle out. Remember, if you select the center grip and try and do the stretch, which when you pick a grip it's doing the stretch command, anything picking the center of a circle is just going to move it around. But doing a regular stretch command on it, unless you capture the whole circle, won't do anything with it. So let's try stretch again on these objects. And let's try from over here. You see I captured the full circle, but not the entire. I didn't capture any grip points on these objects. In order to perform the stretch, you need to capture one of these vertexes. And you see when you highlight this one on the line, you get the stretch or lengthen options come up in the dynamic picking window. So stretch is a finicky command, if nothing else. Like I said, on sub-objects it will simply move it around. On others it will stretch them, but only if you pick the right vertices, or a few vertices, and not the full object. On a line you can actually grab two at a time. So stretch, and then I'll grab both of those the midpoint and the end point. Really, it's only going to use an end point, and I can stretch that based on any point. So that's the stretch command. I actually don't use it very often because I tend to stretch from the grips. But let's look at the rotate command. The rotate command is fairly easy to use. You can either hit the button there or type RO for rotate. And then you see it asks you to select an object. You can either pick the object or use a pull window, as I've shown you before. Let's capture all of these. And then a base point needs to be entered, and you can pick any point on the drawing. I'll use 0, 0. And then it's asking you for a rotation angle. And again, you can specify anywhere from 0 to 360 degrees. 360 degrees won't actually change anything. It'll rotate the object completely around to nothing, so anything from 1 to 359 will have an effect. Or you can do, half degrees or fractions of a degree. So let's rotate that by 45. And of course you can also specify a base point, rotate in the negative 45, which added together will rotate that back to its original point, because I went 45 in one direction and then negative 45, which is actually clockwise. Positive is counterclockwise, negative is clockwise. So here's an interesting note. If you rotate anything circular from its center point, again, it's not really going to change it. So let's do 45. However, even though I rotated this 45 degrees, you should have a grip point up here, but since it's a circle, it doesn't do that. It doesn't actually rotate. Most other objects will rotate, but circles won't. They will maintain a grip. They may actually rotate, but they don't show any obvious sign of being rotated. And that is the stretch and rotate command. Thanks for watching, and good luck.